Hi, this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils, Health Matters, and Living the Wholesome Life. And we are finishing up week 15. We're on day 5 of our positive, peaceful growth affirmations that we are doing every day, Monday through Friday. And I'm so excited to be sharing this time with you, and so excited to be working through with you Dr. Susan Lawton's book, Positive Peaceful Growth Calendar. If you haven't got it yet, I would highly suggest getting it. You can buy it at Aroma Tools or Oil Life. It's just going to be an amazing experience to help us concentrate on up-leveling different aspects of ourselves throughout the next year. I think you're going to totally love it. And so appreciative to those who are following and liking us on YouTube or on Facebook. So the affirmation for this week is, I am confident in doing new things. So I'd love to hear about some of the new things that you've tried to do perhaps this week. Maybe you tried a new recipe. Maybe you decorated your house different. Maybe you started writing the book that you always wanted to write. Or maybe you tweaked something at work and did something a little bit different and with different results, right? The saying goes that if you want to get the same, you can't get something new if you're doing the same old things. So if we want to get something new, and I think that we all want to get something new in some part of our life, right? We have to do new things, and we can do those confidently. Being confident in the process. Okay, so that's the affirmation for this week. The song that Dr. Susan Lawton suggested is Everything's Coming Up Roses. With that song, I would just suggest whatever song your heart connects to when it comes to being confident and doing new things that encourages you to do new things. I would put it on a playlist somewhere, listen to it often. Okay, so the affirmation for today, because there's always a weekly affirmation and a daily affirmation. So the affirmation for today is, I am open to learning from my efforts. How amazing of an affirmation is that? I am open to learning from my efforts, right? That just shows that we are capable of learning, that we are capable of being open. Maybe we've been defensive in the past about learning from our efforts, right? But now we can be open to learning from our efforts instead of ignoring maybe some of the mistakes that we've made in the past. So, as I was thinking about this affirmation, a few things came to my mind. The first thing that came to my mind was the study. Oh my goodness, I've just forgotten her name, but I'll put it in the comments. Anyway, so this woman did a study, and she did a study on what creates resilient children and what creates higher learning and higher reach for a higher learning and for harder things in life. And this is what she found. She did study after study after study after study after study. And basically what she found is that when you praise children for their intelligence or their talents, like their abilities, they tend to want to do worse on tests, and they tend to, which you wouldn't think. You would think if you were telling someone that they were intelligent that they would do better on tests, but they actually don't. And they tend to not want to do harder subjects, because if they reach for harder subjects, they might not get that ever coveted A, and then you might not think that their intelligence as intelligent, and they don't want to lose being seen as intelligent in your eyes, because that's what you've praised them for, and that's what, when you praise someone for something, people think, well, that's what you value, right? And so study after study after study found that children who were praised for their intelligence or their talents tended not to try as hard at difficult things because they didn't want to look unintelligent. They didn't want to look untalented. Hold on. Anyway, so, but what they found oppositely is if you praised children for their hard work, their effort, their process of doing things, and set, it's called a growth mindset, or a, what's it other called? I can't remember the other thing. The growth mindset maybe is like a fixed mindset as opposed to a growth mindset, right? So if you're either intelligent or you're not, it's kind of a fixed mindset. You're either talented or you're not. It's kind of a fixed mindset. The other mindset is a growth mindset. So if you praise children for their efforts, their hard work, their process, and you basically told them, the more hard things you try, the more smart you make your brain. And so what they found is people who were taught that and praised in that way reached for harder things. They actually enjoyed taking harder tests. And even when it came down to the easy tests that they could do, so this was what was shocking to me. So they were much more willing to tackle harder tests and to stay with those harder tests, trying to solve them and process them way longer than people who were praised for their intelligence. But when both groups were taken down to an easy test, the people who were praised for their intelligence did like 20 points lower on the test. And the people who were praised for their hard work did 30 points higher on that easy test. So what that tells me is, with 9 children, so sorry for the children who left home before I found out about this, but with the children at home, I am praising their hard work. I am praising their efforts. I am doing my best to let them know that they can improve and control how smart that they are by doing those hard and tough things. Just like working out with increasing weights gets you stronger, right? Working out with increasingly difficult problems gets you smarter. Okay, so maybe math does help us in some way, right? I don't know. Our puzzles, our games, they help us learn to find solutions. Okay, so I just wanted to start with that because that's kind of where my mind went at first. When it comes to learning from our efforts, if we can just make the effort, we can learn. And then the very next thing that my mind thought about was the super cool dad who sits his children around the table and he says, "Okay, what did you fail at today?" Right? And he expected all of his children to come up. You know what? I tried this and I failed, because the dad knew that he praised the try, right? He praised the effort, knowing that if you're not failing at something, you're not even trying, right? And anyway, obviously, I'm sure he was clapping at successes too. But we can make it okay for us to fail. Like, did I fail at something yesterday? Oh yeah, I tried something and it was kind of a fail. But you know what? I'm learning from my efforts. I'm learning. I'm not afraid to face my failures. And you don't need to be afraid to face your failures either. We don't need to be afraid to face our failures, because we can improve. We can have that growth mindset knowing that we can improve. Okay, so when I'm thinking about learning from our efforts, there are actually 3 songs that come to mind for me. The first one is, okay, and I've actually never seen the movie Disney's Hercules, but there's a song from it that I'm very, very familiar with, and it's called Go the Distance. And I'll probably put it in the comments for you, a version of the song. But in that song it says, I will go the distance. I don't care how far. Somehow I'll be there. I know every climb will be worth my time. Anyway, so I will put those lyrics for you. But just know that as you keep baby stepping towards your goal, you are going to get there. As we keep baby stepping toward our goals, we are going to get there. And it's going to be worth it. When we get to our goals, it's going to be worth it. Okay. The other song that I totally resonate with I am learning from my efforts is a song from Carlton. I think it's a Christian band. I'm not 100% sure. I've gone through a lot of their songs. I don't know their complete repertoire. But they have this song that's called Made for This. And it was one of our family songs one time. We kind of pick a family song to sing for a whole month so that we can kind of solidify different virtues and values into our minds as a family. Anyway, and Made for This, so some of the lyrics from the song Made for This is, I was built for the battle, forged in the fire. Anyway, I will put the lyrics down for you, but basically, you were made for this. I honestly believe that when we were up in heaven with Heavenly Father, that He told us everything that we needed to go, that we were going to go through in this life. And He taught us the lessons that we needed up there. And He helped us build the strengths that we would need down here. We were made for the times that we live in. We were made for the experiences we are going to have. We were made to succeed and not to fail. We were made to learn. We were made to become better. There's that one song, I don't even know who sings it, but the song that says, what doesn't break you makes you stronger, right? Anyway, it's an old saying. But we were made to succeed. We were made for joy. We were made for love. We were made for peace. We were made for success. Okay, so so you can kind of tell kind of where my mindset is, because like Disney and 9 children, right? I do a lot of children's songs in my house, and I love Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And I have fallen in love with Daniel Tiger. Is it Neighborhood? Anyway, Daniel Tiger. I love the songs from Daniel Tiger. And I was watching it, listening to it. My son was watching it the other day. And I'm not going to be able to put this song into the comments because it's nowhere that I can find on YouTube. But Daniel Tiger sings this song. I think it's called Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood. Anyway, but Daniel Tiger sings this song, and it says, when something seems hard to do, try it a little bit at a time. And they talk about breaking hard things down into small pieces, breaking scary things down into baby steps, right? Has anyone seen, what is that? Bill Murray, I think that's his name. Anyway, it's a movie where he is just completely afraid of so many things, and he decides to baby step on to do different things, and he faces his fears, and he meets so many friends along the way, right? I will put the link to that in our comments too, because I definitely learn through movies. Anyway, so that's what I wanted to say about the affirmation for today, which is I am learning from my efforts. I know we can all learn from our efforts. We can all make our lives more successful, more happier, more loving, more peaceful as we learn and evaluate with our efforts. And as we're learning from our efforts, let's connect with the person who is all-knowing. Like, let's connect with God and say, hey, God, I tried this, and it didn't quite go the way I expected. What could I have done differently so that it would have been better, right? And I honestly think as we connect with God with pure intent, with a pure heart, wanting to listen to what He tells us wanting to implement, committing to implement what he tells us, I feel like our lives are going to be better. Connecting with God always makes our lives better. Okay, so that said, it is Friday, and we've talked about the affirmations for the week, the affirmations for the day, the songs that we're connecting to. Now it's time to talk about essential oils, which is one of my favorite parts of our shout out. And since it's Friday, so Monday we're introducing the diffuser blend. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're talking about the different emotional aspects of the 3 different oils in the diffuser blend. And Friday, we are talking about the physical aspects of the diffuser blend. So this week we've been diffusing Spearmint, which is the oil of confident speech, and Lavender, which is the oil of communication and calm, and Lemon, which is the oil of focus. So we're going to start with Spearmint. We know what it does for us. Emotionally, right? It calms us down and it energizes us at the same time, calming our fears, energizing us, making us be courageous in sharing our voice and sharing our ideas, right? That's what it does for us emotionally, but it has amazing physical powers too. So, this is what Spearmint is. It is an antiseptic. It's a decongestant. It's digestive, which means it makes it easier for you to digest your food, helps with stomach issues. It's a nervine, which means that it's relaxing to your nerves. And it's something else that I can't even pronounce, so you're just going to have to buy the book. It's called Advanced Oil Magic. It's one of my favorite books to use on how to use essential oils physically. Okay, so top uses from the book. It says, Caleb, would you get me a Spearmint or one of the other essential oils so I can show them something? So it says that for indigestion, you can put 1-2 drops in a capsule or in water and drink it down. Take it. Can you take essential oils internally? Absolutely, if they're a really good grade of essential oils. So doTERRA is certified pure, therapeutic grade. They third-party test every single batch. Thank you. And you could go to Source to You to see what tests were done in on your batch, and you can see the results. The batch number is on the bottom of every doTERRA oil. Now, can you ingest every single oil? No, you can't. So with doTERRA, when it comes to digesting things, they have something called a supplement fact on the bottle. If a bottle has a supplement facts on it, it means it's good to ingest, right? It's just the same thing, and it kind of tells you how to use it. Same thing that you would find on your cereal box, which gives you the supplement box on your cereal. It just shows you, yep, I can with peaceful mind ingest this oil. So Spearmint, you know, it's a flavoring that many companies use for many different things, but it's good for more than just that. Okay, so indigestion, 1-2 drops in a capsule or in your water, drink it down. I think you're going to love the way it tastes, right? Totally refreshing. Colic. Oh, I looked up a study on colic and Spearmint, and they found that like one of the groups just massage like a carrier oil, like olive oil or almond oil, whatever. And then the other groups massaged Spearmint that was diluted, right? Because you don't want to use a ton of oils for babies, right? But they used Spearmint diluted on the baby's stomach, and there was a huge difference in the crying for babies. So, have a baby with colic, this can be great. Nausea. Just do put like 1 drop. Sometimes when you try to put 1 drop, 2 drops falls out. You know, that's totally okay. Rub it around on your hands. Just smell it. It's going to help. Okay. Muscle aches. Everyone knows that the mint, or most people know that the mint family is super, peppermint, spearmint, whatever, is super good for discomfort and pain relief. So just putting it, you can put like a couple of drops, like maybe 5 drops in a teaspoon of oil or whatever, and then rub that in. You play with what makes your body feel the best. Bad breath, right? So there's peppermint gum, there's spearmint gum, there's peppermint Altoids, there's spearmint Altoids, right? And why do they have them? Because they make your breath so fresh. So whether you're swishing that, putting a drop in your water, swishing it down after you brush your teeth, before you go on a date, it's just going to freshen your breath. And something I didn't know, 1 to 2 drops over the back of the neck, the abdomen, or diffusing can really help with times with heavy menstruation. You know what? I love that I'm learning alongside each of you. It's so cool. So here is a mint blast tongue scrub. So you can take 1 drop. Well, I would take the baking soda first. So 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 drop of peppermint, 1 drop of spearmint, stir it around, then just dip your brush in it and then brush your tongue. I think you're gonna love how minty it makes your breath feel. Okay, feel or smell. Anyway, so that's spearmint. And some of the other things that you can use it for are acne, bronchitis, headaches, again, super good for pain, focus, migraines, nervous fatigue, right? It's going to give you, it's going to calm your nerves. It's going to give you energy, and respiratory infections, and sores or scars. Those spearmint can help with all of those. Now, I think I looked up a study on aromaticscience.com, which is one of my favorite places to go for studies. And if I remember correctly, there was a study there that talked about how, it's lavender. So I'm going to mention that study in lavender. Okay, so the next oil that we're actually going to is lavender. And lavender is the oil for communication and calm. Like, lavender is known around the world for its ability to just calm things down. Like, just calm things down. When you think lavender, you can kind of think lullaby, because it's so good for helping people sleep too. So, but I'm going to tell you a really interesting study. Okay, so the main properties of lavender essential oil is it's antibacterial, it's anti-inflammatory, it is calmative. Again, it calms your nerves, calms your emotions, and it's one other thing too. Hold on really, really quick. Excuse me. I have my card where I've been writing down all of the super scientific notes that for words that I didn't know when it comes to like what things can do for you medically. And I'm hoping that I can find this card super fast, because I wanted to tell you this last thing. If not, I might have to just have you look it up yourself. Oh, okay, here it is. So lavender is also cytophylactic. So I'm like, I remember that I remember the word, but I couldn't remember what cytophylactic was. Cytophylactic means it stimulates new growth of cells and aids in the preservation of skin. It's great to use on burns. Okay, so when you think of generating new skin cells, beautifying the skin, or helping your skin recover from pain and from scarring from a burn, lavender can really, really help. So I didn't want to miss giving you that it was cytophylactic. Anyway, top uses of lavender, again, number 1 use, stress and anxiety. For that, you can take the lavender bottle and just put it on your oil, put it on your finger, and just rub it into your temple. You're not even using like a full drop when you do that. Anyway, or you can be diffusing lavender, and that can really, really help too. Again, everyone knows lavender is amazing for sleep. You can rub 1 to 2 drops on the bottom of your feet. If I was doing this, I would definitely concentrate on my toe area, That's your reflexology. That's where your reflexology points for your brain are found. And sometimes when we go to sleep, we just need to calm our brain down. Let our brain know, you know what? You've worked really, really hard in the day, but it's time to give it up. It's time for the relaxation. It's time for the regeneration that sleep can give us all. And so putting a drop of lavender on your feet, putting it especially onto your toe area, then putting socks on, so it kind of keeps the essential oils, makes it a little bit more powerful, allows it to rub in or soak in a little bit deeper. Socks on your feet can really help with that. Or diffusing it, or even just putting 1 to 2 drops on your pillow. I love when I use essential oils emotionally. There's 3 places I always love to put them. I love to put them on my heart area. I love to put them on my ears because you have so much of your reflexology points on your ears too. And then I just love to put them somewhere where I'm going to be smelling them. So diffusing them is super good if you're using them emotionally. Okay, allergies or hay fever. Put a drop under your tongue for 30 seconds and then swallow with water. Why does that work for allergies and hay fever? Because so many times we get allergies or hay fever because our system is a little bit more supercharged, and it's saying, oh, you need to worry about this, when you really don't need to worry about whatever your body is experiencing. And so lavender, again, with its relaxing properties, can relax your system and say, hey, no, this is not an enemy. You don't need to worry about this. You don't need to overreact to this. Okay. We've already mentioned how lavender is super good for skin irritations or burns. With that, you can put 1 to 2 drops in a carrier oil and put it on, or even just put it on neat, which means you can just put the drops of essential oil straight on. Super good for cuts, blisters, and scrapes. Remember, it has those antibacterial properties. Oh, you guys are going to love this one. It's good for irritability. Yeah. Do we sometimes all get a little irritable? Yes. Do parents get irritable? Yes. Do children get irritable? Yes. Can lavender help? Yes. It can. It can. Lavender can help. And again, we've mentioned that it's great for migraines, great for headaches. Just put it on wherever your pain is, right? You're just going to take the bottle and just honestly just put it wherever the pain is. Okay. It's also good for bee stings. Why? Because it's calming. For bites, for blisters. It's great for chicken pox, right? Dabbing it on the spots, or putting it into a 1/4 cup of baking soda and taking a bath in that can really help. Maybe you're just going to put the lavender oil, a few drops of lavender oil, into your oatmeal for taking an oatmeal bath. That can super help with the chicken, taking the itch out of the chicken pox as well. It mentions in here it's super good. Well, not super good, but it's also good for people who suffer with clubfoot. And I actually read that study, and definitely saying that it can help with sometimes the pain that can help. Again, why? Because it's so calming. And good for convulsions, good for crying. Again, so calming. Good for dandruff. Did you know that one? Obviously good for diaper rash. Again, skin irritations. It's good for insomnia. You would have guessed that one. Seizures, stings, tachycardia. I had to look up how to pronounce that. But it's when your heart is racing. Lavender oil can help with that. I actually love when sometimes I experience that, And so one of the things I love to do is I love to do frankincense on my heart area and underneath my tongue, but it looks like the lavender is super good for that too. So, if you don't have frankincense, use lavender. If you have frankincense and lavender, hey, why not use them both for that? Because that can be a little scary. Teething pain, right? Because it can help with pain. And then ticks. So I wanted to tell you about this study. We all know that lavender is super good for helping people sleep, right? But this study was surprising to me at first, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. So they did a study of people who were on kidney dialysis, and what they found is that when they diffused lavender oil with the patients that were getting the kidney dialysis, they experienced less, the session was less fatiguing to them. And I had to think about that for a minute. I'm like, well, hold on, like lavender is supposed to make you sleepy, right? So why would they experience less fatigue when they were going through the kidney dialysis? But this is what my mind worked out, and who knows how and why it worked, but this is what my mind worked out. Have you ever gone to the dentist and you know that fear and anxiety that can sometimes happen when you go to the dentist and you just come home and you're exhausted, and especially if you've had a lot of work done, you just come home and you're exhausted and all you want to do is you want to sleep because you're so mentally exhausted from the pain or the fear that accompanied, or discomfort, however you want to say it, that accompanied the process. So you know, maybe if you've been studying hard for an exam that you are just fearful about and anxious about, or if you're doing something that's a long haul type of thing where that has some anxiety producing things. Anxiety is exhausting. It's exhausting. Worry is exhausting, right? And so what lavender, I feel, can do for that, for times like that, and for that for the kidney dialysis patients, is it can make the anxiety that accompanies all of that just come down. Just relax, allows us to let go of the anxiety, allows us to let go of the worries, allow us to trust in the process better. And so we're not as exhausted. So I feel like that's the way that lavender can raise our energy. It can raise our energy as it soothes anxieties and worries. Anyway, so yeah, can lavender be really helpful to help you get to sleep? Yeah, it really can. And can lavender give you more energy because it can help take away some of your worries in life? Yeah, I really do believe it can. Okay, so that is lavender essential oil. We are going on, so lavender, the oil of communication and calm. Those are the physical properties of lavender. And we are going on to lemon, which is the oil of focus, sunshine in a bottle, right? And so here are the main things about lemon. It's antimicrobial. Going out of the country, put some lemon in your water, right? It's antiseptic. It's great for cleaning, green cleaning especially. It's antiviral. Like, to put it in your diffuser, it will help us so that we're not getting sick with all the gunk that's going around. Or it will make those sessions of sickness shorter. It's astringent and it's a stimulant. So the top uses for lemon: energy. Put 1 to 2 drops in your hand and smell it. Put it in your diffuser. I don't drink coffee, never tried coffee, but I'm just going to say it's better than coffee. It's going to be better than tea. Why? Because it's not going to, like, those things lift you up and put you down, right? You can get exhausted from them too, or get too jittery. Lemon is not going to have that effect on you. It's not going to take you up and drop you down. It's going to be a natural energy boost to you, okay, with no side effects. Detox. Put 1 to 3 drops in your water or apply to the bottoms of your feet. Again, only do this with an oil that is certified pure, that you can 100% trust, that it says you can use for ingestion. Like if you get some type of oil from your supermarket and it says don't ingest, even if it's lemon oil, don't ingest it. Why? Because they have things in that are bad for you, that are known bad for you, so don't ingest it. If you're going to ingest an oil, invest in a high quality oil so that you know what you're getting and you know the results that you can expect. Okay, great for sore throat. Put 1 to 2 drops in a tablespoon of honey, or a spoonful of honey. Put it in hot water, drink it down. Such an old-fashioned remedy that still works today. It's great for increasing the alkalinity in your body. This is something you can do. So if you were going to, like, who doesn't love the taste of lemon, right? But if you're going to take lemon and you're going to squeeze it in your water, your dentist is going to warn you against that. And why? Because lemon juice is acidic and it can hurt the enamel on our teeth. So we don't want to be doing that. But lemon essential oil is not made from the fruit. It's made from the rind. And so it doesn't add acidity to your body. It actually adds alkalinity to your body. And when our bodies are more alkaline, they are much more able to fight off the different threats that come at us. And okay, so household cleaner, I've already mentioned this. Put like 3 drops in a spray bottle. I love to add On Guard too. The 1-2 combination is just like a powerful combination for killing germs and making it smell super good in your house when you're cleaning, giving you a mood uplift. Lemon, oh, I think I forgot to say that. Lemon is all citrus oils are emotionally uplifting oils. So when you're cleaning with lemon or lime or wild orange, it's just gonna make you happier. Cleaning and happy. Who knew? Anyway, okay, and then definitely you can use it in a smoothie. I would basically just say, you know, it gives you a recipe for a smoothie in here. I'm not going to give you the recipe because there's so many recipes for smoothies that you can find online. But I'm just going to say, when you're making your smoothie, just put 4 drops of lemon essential oil in it. You're going to love the way it brightens it and how it helps you detox. Okay, so those are all the oils that we were going to be talking about today with the physical properties. You can, again, this week we're diffusing 2 drops of each. So 2 drops of spearmint, the oil of confident speech, 2 drops of lavender, the oil of communication and calm, and 2 drops of lemon, the oil of focus. And you're going to love the way they smell in your diffuser, and you're going to love, love, love their physical properties. Okay, I'm going to give you a teaser for next week. Hold on. Okay, and I love this as we are going on to New Year's, right? So the affirmation for next week is, I am telling my own story in a new way. As we're going into the new year, we're going to start telling our stories in new ways that make us happier. Okay, so it is Friday. It's Saturday. Gracious, I'm a day behind. It is Saturday. Have an amazing weekend. I know you have the power in you to make your world more loving and more peaceful. Okay, this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils, Health Matters, living the wholesome life, telling you I know you can make it a great day. Bye-bye.